Hello guys, my name is Evans and welcome to this video tutorial. In this tutorial we're going to continue looking at the February-March 2016 paper 3-1. In the last video we were looking at step number 16, and in this video we're going to do step number 17 and the other steps that follow. So step 17 says in cell E5 enter a formula to calculate the price per square meter, which is the price divided by the area. So use a function to round this value to 0 decimal places. Okay, so let's come here and in cell E5 we're going to enter a formula. So cell E5 is this one, and the formula is supposed to be the price divided by the area. So price is actually in cell D5, so this is equal to D5 divided by, rather, C5, that is the price, divided by D5. Okay, so that would be the value there. Okay, so don't worry about the division by 0. Okay, this hashtag div /0 just means that you cannot divide the number by 0. Okay, you guys, you know by now that you can't divide a number by 0. So it's assuming that in cell D5 there is a 0, and so that's the error that you get there. So the only reason why these errors are showing up is because we don't have any values on area. Okay, so once we put a value under area, then it will kind of work out. Okay, so leave it as it is, don't worry. So we're being told now to use a function to round this value to 0 decimal places. So to do that, so just select the value and put your cursor there and type round, and put now the number of digits that you want to round to, in this case 0 decimal places. So that's what we want to do. Okay, so once that is done, just hit on enter key and that should be fine. Okay, next step, step 18. In cell G5 enter a formula to calculate the travel cost to this property. This is 10 rupees plus 7.5 if the distance is less than 6, and then 2, it should be 10 rupees plus the distance multiplied by 1.5 if the distance is not less than 6. Okay, so and then we need to round up. So let's do the first one. So what is supposed to do in cell G5? In G5, where's G? G5, it's here. So you go equal to 10 rupees plus. Okay, so you need to start with 10 rupees plus, and then now you need to take this condition. So the condition is that if the distance is less than 7 kilometers, rather 6 kilometers, then we add 7.5. So let's go ahead and do this. So plus, then you can say if, which one is the distance? The distance in kilometer, which is f. So if f5, which is this one here, is less than 6, then we add what? 7.5. Okay, if that is less than 6, then we add 7.5. If it is not, which that's why it says value if false, if it is not, then it's this part. Then the distance should be multiplied by 1.5. Okay, the distance should be multiplied by 1.5 if it is not less than 6. So we're going to say plus 1.5. If you want, you can say f5, which is the distance, multiplied by 1.5. Okay, and say close. Okay, so this is this statement here. What I've written here is 10 plus if f5 is less than 6, 7.5, f5 by 1.5. This is the interpretation of this statement here. Okay, so what we need to do now is to round the travel cost up. Now there is round down, there is round up, and there is just round. Okay, like in the first part in step 17 we were taught to use the round function, and we just had to use round and not round up or round down. But in this case they have told us to round the cost, the travel cost up, so you're going to use the round function. If they told you to round it down, then you're going to use the round down function. Okay, so I hope this is clear, guys. And so let's go ahead and round this up. So to round it up, you need to put the cursor at the beginning, just before 10, and type round up round up, okay, and you put bracket at the end there, and then you specify at the end here the number of digits that you are rounding up to. So you are rounding up to the nearest to the next whole rupee, so which means you don't need any more decimal places at the end there. And so guys, this is a formula that is going to work out there. So let's just go through the formula one more time so that we have a good understanding. We say that it is 10 rupees plus 7.5 if the distance is less than 6. If it is not, then multiply the distance by 1.5 and add the result to that. So this is why we have to put everything in brackets. So this part that is in bracket, this one here, what comes out is a number. It is either the 7.5 will come out or the product of 1.5 and 5, F5. And that is what is going to be added to 10 rupees, and the result is going to be rounded up to the nearest whole number. And hit enter key, and initially you will see that it will be 18. Why would it be 18? Because it will be 18 because, let me just show you, it will be 18 because it is 10 plus, okay. Now it is assuming that at this distance there is a 0. This is why we're talking about here, why it's giving us this error, because it's assuming at area here there is a 0. So it's assuming that distance in kilometers is 0. So what is the meaning of that? It means 0 is less than 6, and that becomes true. So you add 7.5. So you add plus 7.5, and that gives you equal to 17.5. Now 17.5, when you round it up, it will give you 18, and this is why you have 18 there. Okay, so this is why this is working out this way. I hope I've explained that clearly. Let's go to step 19. Complete the unfinished test plan in your evidence document. Now the test plan in question is this one. Okay, so we need to complete this test plan. Okay, so come back here. It says replace the letters A and B with suitable headings, and then with suitable headings. So come back here. So A and B should be replaced with suitable headings. Now when you do a test plan, guys, it is important that, because you are testing a model so that it can work to give you results that you want, or the desired results. Okay, so you cannot have the desired results if you don't know what those desired results are going to be. For example, if you're adding you're writing a program that solves an equation, okay, you should know, for example, if you provide certain variables to this equation, that the outcome is going to be like this, and then if I give this result, the outcome is going to be like that. Or once I give the results, then what I get now, the actual results that the equation is going to give me when I provide the variables is this. Okay, so what I mean here is that you need to have, first of all, you need to have the expected results. Okay, the result that you need. Okay, so I'm going to say this one are going to give me the expected results, okay, as my heading, and then this one is going to give me the actual results. Okay, actual results obtained. Okay, the actual results obtained. So this is what I expect, and just by calculating through my head or by knowledge or by whatever, but this is when I provide the actual values. Also, you need to provide the references. Okay, what cell are you testing and what formula are you using? So let's go back here and get the formula. So just go here. The cell is cell G5. As you can see here, the reference is cell G5, and this is the formula. So I'll copy this formula and paste it here. That's the formula, and the reference is cell G5. So this is what I'm testing. So now we need to find the test data. Now the test data actually has to come that. So you have what you call as you would say the normal data, the extreme data, the abnormal data, and stuff like that. But that's not what you are using here. Okay, here you want to test that your formula is working. Now remember, there when you are using logical testings or logical tests, a test can be less than, it can be greater than, it can be equal to, or it can be less than or equal to, or it can be greater than or equal to. Okay, so a test can carry all these outcomes here. Okay, so you look at for the you look for the sign that you are testing. So you need to test, for example, in this case, let me just put something here. Let me just say here, in this case we are testing if the distance is less than 6. We are also testing if the distance, what happens if the distance is equal to 6. Okay, and what happens if the distance is greater than 6. These are the things that we are testing for. Okay, so when you look at the test data that you're going to use, you need to pick up, first of all, in the first instance, the data that is less than 6, in the second instance the equivalent of 6, and in the last instance any value that is above 6. It will give you a perfect outcome of what data you're supposed to use. Okay, so let's start with the data that is less than 6. I'll start with a simple data such as 4. What happens if I put 4 into here? So why have I chosen this one? I've chosen this because this is the data that is less than 6. So the data, okay, let me just say data is less than 6. Okay, the data is less than 6. So we're testing for any value that is less than 6. The expected result, go through the formula. If the distance is actually, if f5 is less than 6, which means this part for 7.5 becomes true, and that means it is 10 plus 7.5, which gives it the value of 17.5, and then because you are rounding it up, it gives you the value of 18. So I expect when I punch in this formula to get 18. So let's go ahead and punch in, give this one what have I done now? Okay. Okay, so give this value 4, and you see that it gets 18. So go ahead and take a screenshot of this. Okay, get a screenshot of this, and the travel cost is supposed to be 18. Okay, so that is the outcome that we got from there. So the other thing that I've just forgot to mention, guys, let me just cancel this, is that let me just go up a little bit. Okay, the other thing that I forgot to mention is that in the part of the question we're told that the currency values should be formatted into Indian rupees to 2 decimal places. Now we are getting a screenshot of the travel cost. This is a cost, and we cannot just display it as it is as 18. Okay, this is a cost, it's not just an ordinary number, so we need to distinguish it. So we need to format it first of all as currency, and to 2 decimal places, but look for I don't even know what the Indian rupee symbol is. Yeah, I don't know what the Indian rupee symbol is. Please pardon me if I get a symbol that doesn't even have to do with Indian whatever. So what I will look for is just something to do with Indian. Okay, this is this is Inari. Something to do with Indian, guys. That's what I just want. You guys from India, this is Hindi. I don't know if it is you guys. Please, can you help me? Help me find that symbol, guys, from India. So let me pick up this one, Nepali, India. No, or whatever, India. Okay, let me just pick something to do with India. You guys from India, I'm not from India, don't even know the symbol for your currency, and you guys, you know perfectly well what symbol is supposed to use from here. I'll just assume this is your Indian rupee. In some section you'll find they will put RP, but I don't know if RP would do that. But you guys, you know your currency very well. If it was my currency, kwacha, I would get that very well. So I'll pick up this one, and I'll say okay, and assume this is your Indian rupee, and this is now displayed to 2 decimal places, and there is a currency symbol there, and I'm going to get a screenshot of this. Okay, so let's go ahead and get a screenshot. I'll get just this area, copy it, and come back here and paste it here inside here. Okay, so guys, please take note, these are supposed to be pasted here. They're supposed to be screenshots. Okay, you're supposed to complete a screenshot because this is the actual results. Okay, this one you can type it because this is what you expect, but the actual result has to come from the running of the program. You can't just come and type here 18.00 rupee as the result that you obtain. No, you need to get an evidence of the screenshot here, and I prefer that you even get this one here. You even get this one, because what I'm supposed to do, let me just do this, guys. It will make a lot more sense. Let's just get this. So get distance traveled here and get this. Okay, this makes more sense because you are saying, hey, if the distance is this, is 4, and my travel cost is going to be this one, so let's get this one instead of this one. So delete this one and paste in this other one. This one looks perfectly fine, okay, because it's showing the distance and the travel cost as your evidence. Okay, next, we need to test. So we have to choose 3 pieces of data to test the formula in step 18. So the other piece of data that we need to test, like I said, is a number that is equal to 6. So let's suppose we have 6. What happens if it is 6? Then this is value equal to 6. Okay, so the expected result, of course, if it is equal to 6, then this part is false, so this part won't be true. Okay, and this part will be true. Okay, so it will be 6 by 1.5, which is a 9, and 9 plus 10, that becomes 19. So I expect you cannot round up 19 because there's no decimal value or anything, so you just need to have 19. Okay, that is the expected result, and the actual result, if I put 6 here, you get 19. Okay, so that should be fine. Get this and put it right there. Let's just crop out this part. The green part doesn't look good. Crop it out and come back here and put 19 here. Paste it there. The other thing that you need to did the formula work when you tested this part? So if it worked, you're asked to put yes or no. So our formula worked, and was there any action? Suppose the formula did not work. If it did not work, then you should have done some action. So was there any action that you did not, that you took? I took no action, so I'll say none. Okay, and this formula also worked for this one, and I took no action at all, so I'll say none. Next, the last one now, a value that is above 6. So let's come back here. We pick a value that is above 6. Let's pick a value such as 8. Okay, and let's say value above 6, and let's pick up some formula of some kind. Okay, that you can, or rather the expected result, not formula, the expected result. So go ahead and now the other thing that guys should note is that you need to pick up values at least that will give you a good dry running of the program. The reason, because if you pick up a complex value such as 8.5 or 9.7232, I mean, it's a good value, but if you are going to put and solve this with a hand for you to get the expected result, okay, you are going to struggle. So you need to pick up values that are easy to solve. Okay, so here I pick up 8 because when I multiply 8 by because 8 is greater than this part. Okay, so this part will evaluate to false, which means this part won't run. It will be this part, so it will be 8 times 1.5, and 8 times 1.5, you guys, you know very well that 8 times 1.5 is what? Say it again. 8 times 1.5, that should be 12, I think, if I'm not mistaken. That should be 12, because 5 by 8, that's 40. So you have a 0, and then 8 by 1, that's 8 plus 4, that's 12. So that should be 12.0 as that. So I expect to have 12 plus 10, which is 22, and I expect to have just 22 here. There's no rounding up or rounding down, so it's supposed to be just 22. Okay, 22. And 22, you get, let's run it down here, put 8 here, and there you go, you have 22. So just go ahead and get a screenshot of this. Okay, and yeah, so a screenshot of this, that will look good. So copy and paste it in here, and we are going to say it ran very well without any action required. Okay, so that should be that. Now the next thing that we're supposed to do, we did this one, so we complete the test table as we carry out the test. Here we've just we've just been doing that, and we take screenshots from your test and place them into the test plan. So the screenshots are the ones that we're talking about. Remember, I was saying if you're taking a test in a program and you want to see how it ran, the actual program, you're supposed to get the actual print screen from the results of that program. And so make sure that the test data and results are clearly visible, and we just did that. Okay, now apply step 20 says apply appropriate formatting to row number 5 of the spreadsheet. Okay, so this is 1 mark there. So let's apply a correct formatting. Come here. So the formatting that is in question is the one that we talked about here. The format is supposed to be currency value is supposed to be displayed in Indian rupees to 2 decimal places. So let's go ahead. So the value for price per square meter, this one, and the cost here, and the price here, these are supposed to be displayed in Indian rupees. So this one is already in Indian rupee. So it's just this one and this one that are not yet formatted to currency. So get that, format them as currency to 2 decimal places, and again look for the symbol for Indian rupee. Let me just use the one I used last time. That's India. Okay, I'll get this one. It's the same symbol as the other one. Okay, so these are the symbols that we need here, and they're supposed to be formatted to 2 decimal places. Now the funny thing is that I've also formatted this one to 2 Indian rupee. Okay, so it's okay since there's no data that's going to go here. Okay, so once we're done with this one, let's scroll down here. That was step 20. And then save and print the spreadsheet showing the formula, and make sure that it fits a single page or single landscape page, and the contents of the cell are fully visible. Remember that you have entered your name, sender, and candidate number on your spreadsheet showing the formula. Okay, so we're going to enter the name. So just go to insert, header and footer, and right at the bottom of this, let's put a footer. Let's say footer, where are we? Go to footer, and in the footer we'll put Chikasa Evans, and it'll be ZM556 and 0001. Okay, so that should be fine. Go back here, and what we need to do now is to make sure that we change to the formulas and it fits on a single page, landscape page. So change, go to view, not for view, formulas, and then show formula, and then you see that it is spread on 2 pages. Okay, so what you need to do here, guys, now this is going to be a little bit interesting, because you're not printing this, you are getting save and print. Okay, you are printing, you're not just getting. So go to file and print, and then change it to landscape. Okay, and the formula is not fitting, so you need to fit it on 1 page. So come back here where it says scaling and fit sheet on 1 page. Okay, and there you go, the sheet has been filled on 1 page. Okay, so go ahead and print this one. So the formula is displayed, go ahead and print it. That should be fine. Okay, now the other thing that I've noticed is that this formula is incomplete at the end there, so we need to do something to make sure that this formula actually fits. Let's try to fit all columns on 1 page. I don't know, for some reason the other part of this, so we need to just come back here physically, because I see this this field is cut here for the formula, and that's going to cause some issue. Okay, so what you need to do is come back here. Let's see if this formula, okay, it's supposed to show fully, and I don't know for some reason why it's not showing fully. So what I'm going to do is to just resize this as well, and resize this. Maybe let me set the page to A4. Paper size is still on A4. I don't know for some reason why it's not showing the entire formula here. So come back here, resize this, resize this too. It's somewhat not acting up the way I want it to act up. Okay, change the orientation. It's on landscape. So I don't know why. I don't know why, for some reason it's not showing up the entire formula here. So I don't know what I'm supposed to do now, guys. I'm stuck. I'm just going to enlarge it physically. Guys, I was stuck. I mean, think about it. I mean, what would you do? The formula is not showing up. Okay, so let's try to print it and see if it will show. Okay, there you go, it now shows. Okay, so maybe you guys will have to do that as well, I don't know, but you'll have to do that. But make sure that the width of the page fit actually on one page. Everything should be visible, and then go ahead and print this and it will work out. Okay, so after this, notice that the layout has actually changed. Okay, notice that the layout of this has changed. The reason it has changed is that we have now expanded the cells, but this is not a big issue. Okay, this is not a big issue. Just double click there to have whatever I done now, and do this. This is not a big issue. Okay, just go ahead and just print it as it is. Okay, what is important is that the formula is actually shown and it's working. Okay, so that is step number 21. Now step number 22, and I hope it is the last step, which is the last step. Step number 22, it says add the following property to your spreadsheet. So we need to add this record, CP CP1007, and then we need to also add Donna, Paula, Paula, Panjim, and 22 million. Let's cut this. So this is 3, this is 22 million, and area is 171 and 28.1. So let's go ahead and add these fields. So let's start with this one. Property ID is CP, that was 1007, and location is supposed to be Donna, Paula, supposed to be Paula, not Paula, Paula, and let's check again. Donna, Paula, and it's supposed to be Panjim and 22 million. Panjim, I hope that's a spelling. Panjim, and then 22 million, and then you need to have what now? The area, which is supposed to be the area is supposed to be, let's go back here, 171, and the distance is supposed to be 28.1. So the distance is 28.1. Okay, good. Now you guys, you may be wondering why some of these parts are not formatted in terms of currency. It's because we are still showing the formula. So go back to formulas and hide the formulas, and you'll see that now you're going to have these parts, the values shown in terms of that. So just double click on this so that this is fully visible. Double click on the borders so that they are visible and all. Okay, double click on this one, make sure it is fully visible. So we have put in this record. Now print the screen showing the values. Make sure that the printer fits on a single page, and the contents of all the cells, they are actually fully visible. So come back here, note that this is fitting on a single page. Okay, so try to go to print, and then note that all the things are fitting. Now the other thing that you need to take note of is that the column headings, these ones, they need also to be fully displayed. So here we did the text wrapping, so this is why you see that this one is wrapping around. If you want, you can remove the text wrapping for now, just for the sake of the screenshot. Go to home and remove the text wrap. Okay, and then select the entire table and maximize it like this, and you see that it will fit perfectly fine, and all the headings are going to be there. So go ahead and print this. Okay, go ahead and print this according there. So this is the printout, and go ahead and print it. So just go to file and print, and then this is what is going to be printed. Okay, so next you're supposed to make a printout. So make sure the center number. Okay, so this is what we've done here, and save and print your evidence document. Then you go ahead and have your 37 marks, all for free. Okay, all for free. So thank you so much, guys. I think this has been a very good paper, and I hope you guys have learned one or two things. If you have a paper that you want me to work on, you can please just comment it out, and I'll have a look at the paper. If I have time, I can do that paper. But what I'm targeting to do is to make sure that I do all your papers before your exam. There shouldn't be any paper existing for the 2016 series until you do your exams. Okay, so thank you so much, guys. Remember to subscribe, to like and comment on my channel, and I'll see you in the next video when we look at another question paper. Probably we'll revisit the paper 2 for the March 2016, we could have not done some section there, as I hear some comments that there is some section that I did not do in that paper. Okay, so I'll see you in the next video, and thank you so much, and God bless you.